Hey guys, Danny DTV here with another LEGO Star Wars review for you. So today we have the 4504 Millennium Falcon. So this set, guys, came out in the year 2004. It contains 985 pieces, and when it came out originally, it cost $100 US. So this set, guys, is definitely one of my favorites. I remember I actually bought this set in 2009. And when I was buying this set, I was basically deciding between whether I would get this set or the original Millennium Falcon that came out in the year 2000. There's been many different versions of the Millennium Falcon. There was the one that came out in 2000, then they made this one, and then they made the 2007 Ultimate Collector Series one, which I absolutely would just love to have one day. One day I will have that set for you guys. And they also made the MIDI scale one in 2009, which I never really cared about, and then they made two more Millennium Falcons, and I don't really know much about the two new ones that came out because, like I said, guys, I used to be really into Legos, but then I kind of stopped. And then, you know, when I made this YouTube channel, I decided that I would go back into it and kind of get into it again. So, you know, I kind of stopped collecting Legos, so I don't really know about the other two Millennium Falcon sets, but I know that they made one that came out in the year 2011, and they made one that came out in the year 2015 for the new Force Awakens movie. But like I said, when I bought this set in 2009, I was basically deciding between this one and the original one that came out in 2000. But what made me choose this one was just, this one just looks a lot nicer. The old one, guys, and I will post a picture. The old one, guys, it just doesn't look very movie accurate at all. And I don't know, and it was a lot smaller too. That set only had like 500 pieces, while this one has, you know, close to 1,000. And one thing I didn't like about that old Millennium Falcon as well was that to get into the inside of the ship, basically you had to remove like one gigantic panel to get inside. And I just didn't really like how that looked. And to get inside of this one, you actually have to move these panels back to get inside. And I'll show you guys that later. But what makes this Millennium Falcon really cool is that this Millennium Falcon is based from The Empire Strikes Back. It's based from the Escape on Hoth. And as you guys can see, we actually have a snowtrooper here. And he comes with his little turret. So that's pretty cool. And he does have some back printing as well. So you take his helmet off. Oops. So that's definitely really neat. So yeah, guys, all the other Millennium Falcons, they're based off from A New Hope, not The Empire Strikes Back. So all the figures you get here are, you know, they're in their Hoth uniform, and you don't get Luke or Ben Kenobi or R2-D2. You only get Han, Chewie, and you get C-3PO and Leia who are in there. So this set does have two things that I don't like about it, and but other than that, it's definitely a really nice set, but it just has some things that I don't like about it, guys. If you guys know one thing about me, then you guys know that the only thing I care about in Lego sets is how movie accurate are they. And one of the things I don't like is you look at the cockpit, there's only room for two minifigures. So if you remove the cockpit here, like so, you only have room for Han and Chewie. I would have liked it maybe if you would have had maybe room for 4 people, just like, you know, in the movie. So that's something I don't really like about this set, but other than that, it's not really a big deal. I'm just saying I would have liked it better if maybe you could fit 4 figures. So here's Chewbacca. Not much to him. And here's Han Solo. In his Hoth outfit. He's pretty cool. So here's the cockpit, and as you guys can see, it's pretty like, it's kind of hard to fit minifigures in here, and you only have room for 2. You barely have room for 2. And I don't know, I just would have liked it maybe if we would have had room for 4. That's just a little bit more movie accurate. So that's one thing I don't like about this set. Another thing I don't like about this set, guys, is you see the turret up here. There actually isn't a turret on the bottom. On the bottom, as you guys can see, it's just like nothing. So those are the only 2 complaints I have about this set. Other than that, this set is awesome in so many ways, and I'll get onto that later. So you have a turret up here, and this here is actually a sticker. It's not painted on, and you can actually remove this, and you have a seat in there for a gunner. You got some controls there as well, so that's pretty cool. You also have this little satellite that moves around, just like in the movie. Now, one great thing I love about this set is that if you lift this up here, you actually have an escape pod. And these are stickers, by the way. There's a sticker right here, and there's a sticker right there. And you can actually open it up, and you have little controls in there. Now, I think this is absolutely a great touch by LEGO. I know you guys are probably saying like, oh, there aren't any escape pods in the Millennium Falcon, but if you guys remember from A New Hope, that when there's that scene when the Millennium Falcon got captured by the Death Star and Darth Vader and that Imperial officer, they're like discussing, and the officer's like, oh, the escape pods have been genocided or whatever. So the fact that they mentioned that there were escape pods in the Millennium Falcon and the fact that LEGO added it onto this set, I think that's a great touch. So even though we don't see any escape pods, the fact that they're mentioned in the movie and then LEGO added them here in the set, I think that's a great touch, and it just adds a lot of depth to the whole ship. So I definitely think that's a really nice touch. So we have the escape pod. And on the other side, I'm going to set the camera down. If you guys can see here, if I actually push this, a little walkway comes out and you can actually walk up the minifigures inside the ship. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it to the outside. And to get to the inside of the ship, basically all you do is you move these panels back. So let's start with like so. These panels fall pretty easily though, you got to be careful with them. But you just move back each panel. Oop, there we go. So you move back each panel. Like so. And you can also move this big panel up here as well. And when you move this panel up, you actually get access to this little storage box here. And if you open this storage box up, you get some binoculars. So that's pretty cool. So inside here we have some chairs. We have the little board game, just like in the movie. Here we get Princess Leia in her Hoth outfit. She's pretty cool. And you get C-3PO. So yeah guys, you only get 5 minifigures. So as you guys can see, there's the escape pod. Yeah, these panels fall off really, really easily guys, so just be careful with them. You can see the escape pod there, like I said. You can also see the little walkway, which falls down just by pushing this piece out, and you see it moves down. Now, one thing I really like about this set is the back part of it. As you guys can see, it actually says Hyperdrive there. So I think that's a really nice touch. And I very much like how LEGO goes into detail in the engine. You guys can see the little tubes there, the little like power cells, and you can see like the actual engine here, and I like that you get some tools included as well. I very much like how LEGO went into detail with the engine. If you guys remember from The Empire Strikes Back, the Millennium Falcon was having a lot of engine trouble, and like they couldn't go to light speed like I think 3 times throughout the whole movie, and then at the end they finally were able to get into light speed and escape the Empire. So I think that's pretty cool how LEGO goes into detail with that, how you get some tools as well, and like you get just a good view of the engine. You get a tool here, you get some tools there as well. So I very much like how they went into detail here, and how it says Hyperdrive here as well. So that's a nice touch. Another thing you get here, which I think is cool, you actually get Han Solo's hoodie. And if you take off his hair piece here, if I can remove it, there we go. We can actually attach his hoodie on, like so. So that's pretty neat. And his hoodie actually attaches right there to that piece. So yeah, guys, I really love the back of the ship. I like how LEGO went into detail with that. And I really like how they included this escape pod here. I just think it's a really nice touch. Like I said, guys, I really care about and I really grade LEGO sets on how movie accurate it is. So even though this set, you know, it has two things I don't like. It has one turn on the top, but it doesn't have one on the bottom. And I do think the cockpit is a little bit cramped. I do really like that you get an escape pod and you do get this really detailed engine looking part. And another thing I'll show you guys. I'll close these panels up. I do like how the engine looks like as well. This is actually a little tube piece, but it just makes the engine look really, really nice, just like in the movie. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it to the Falcon. And now that I'm back to collecting LEGO sets, I will definitely make it a goal to obtain the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon. That'd be a dream come true to have that set. You know, it's 5,000 pieces. That set is just, it's crazy. And I will take a look into the other Millennium Falcons. I don't think I'll ever pick up the original one that came out. I just don't like how that one looks. But I might pick up the new Force Awakens Millennium Falcon, and I might pick out the Millennium Falcon that came out in 2011. I just haven't really taken a look at those. But anyway, guys, I really, really like this set. This set's really, really cool and just has some really good touches. You know, some things I don't like about it, but for the most part, I give this set, you know, 8.5 out of 10 rating. It's just really, really cool. And I like how it's kind of a Hoth version of it. I like that you get a snowtrooper as well. So this set's really just really cool, guys. And yeah, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this review. Check out my channel as well. Besides having LEGO reviews, I also include vlogs as well that you guys can take a look at, and I also include life stories as well. So please take a look if you guys enjoyed this video, and just stay tuned for more stuff coming out, guys. Peace.